My experience at Hirosaki University was almost 30 years ago. I visited Hirosaki in 1983 with Dr. John Eisterhold at the beginning of the program. This is the gift I received from the president of the university at that time. And when we came back, of course, through the years, I've been working in international programs for 35 years. And Dr. Eisterhold and then Sandra Baker kept the program alive and working. I've met so many professors in our office, international programs and international admission. We have many pictures of the visiting professors from there. I remember the one about 1986. I taught him how to drive a car. That was exciting. But we're really glad to have all these people visiting with us at this time for this 30-year celebration.
Well, it was different than anything I'd ever done. I've traveled in Scandinavia, I've traveled in Europe, in Great Britain, but I'd never been to Asia. And at first I was nervous. I speak no Japanese. Miss Hammond helped me out so much before I went and assured me that language would not be an issue. Professor Tanaka at Hirosaki had been here the year before and had encouraged me to apply for the exchange, and he too reassured me quite a bit. And in fact, he and his wife Yumi took me places, helped me with anything that was an issue. But it was so exciting to be someplace that was so different, and yet everybody was so friendly and did everything they could to make me feel comfortable and at home, but allow me to see the differences that made the trip so special. I really, really enjoyed it.
My experience, I really loved it. The people who lived in Japan, they were really nice. They're very friendly, and like if you did something on your own, they're like, oh my gosh, I should help you out. I would love to return to Hirosaki. The experience that I got was so wonderful. I made a lot of friends. You know how sometimes you make friends and they don't last long? But I feel like the connection that I made with the people of Hirosaki, that it's a lifelong friendship. And so I would most definitely want to go back.
One of the things people talk a lot about is Southern hospitality. And so I would also like to mention that we don't have a corner on the market when it comes to hospitality. I think Suguru and Hirosaki demonstrates awesome hospitality to their visitors. So I had a wonderful time when I went as the faculty exchange scholar in 2006. So I just wanted to say to all of my friends and colleagues in Hirosaki, thank you so much for making my visit there wonderful and unforgettable.
The thing I remember most about Hirosaki was how gracious hosts they were. They went out of their way to make you feel at home, and they would have a dinner or a function every evening just about with different people from the campus. I remember specifically going out to dinner with Dr. Endo and his wife, visiting their home and seeing their lovely flower gardens and so forth. So overall, the experience at Hirosaki was tremendous to get to see the educational side of things, but also the culture and meet the people.
When I got there, I was really responsible for 2 lecture presentations. And then other than that, it was like touring the department, touring the university, and my mentor or preceptor for the event, Dr. Sahito, was absolutely wonderful. She kept me busy. We got to do lots of things. The students were the ones that I really enjoyed. Even though we didn't speak, they spoke a little English and I spoke less Japanese, but we really communicated. It was just exciting to me to go over there. It was the 10 days just flew by. Everybody was wonderful. The weather was beautiful. The culture.
I went at the start of this summer, and it was for the Japanese travel study. It was a 10-day trip. We spent a few days in Tokyo, and then we went to Hirosaki to visit our host families, and then we went to the university. We took a few classes. The culture class was very interesting. And most of the stuff that was in the class, or that we talked about in the class, we had talked about in the Japanese culture class that we had at Martin, which Middle Sensei sadly isn't able to do it anymore, but it was a lot of fun.